So I'm trying to get chat up. Otherwise, you're going to be looking right at my face as I read chat. Okay. Let's see if I can get down here. Like, it's not showing chat for me. Look. Doesn't even show anything I can click for chat. I'm hating that. Okay, we may have to lower the camera so I can read it as I record. Somebody send me the link to Rubber Ducky 2005 at yahoo.com. Rubber Ducky 2005 yahoo.com, because I want to be able to chat with y'all. That's the whole point of this live, is so that I can chat with my beautiful 1111s. Okay, I'm going to go check the email. All right, let's get comfy. So we're going to be talking about Aiden Clune. We're going to be talking about Dylan Rounds. We're going to be talking about Summer Wells. We're going to be talking about Harmony Montgomery. So those are the 4 topics. And we have a huge, massive shift that's going to be happening on our channel. Let's get comfortable here. You're like a mile away. Okay. Boom! Okay, let me check my email. This is a live, so bear with us. There it is. I haven't used this phone in a while. Thank you, Noelle. Thank you, Jennifer. You ladies are beautiful. Hopefully I get to chat and I can read for once. Oh my gosh, there's my people. Hello, my beautiful 1111 family. It is so good to see you guys. So let's start at the top. We're going to take about a minute to say hello to everybody. Hello, Marla. Thank you, Marla, for being such a good sponsor of our Moon Shop. It is at www.1111moon.com, and it's a way you can support my channel, right? Our channel, because that's a way that I create products and tools based off the need that comes up. So we need a moon journal. We're always focused on the new moon. We're always focused on the full moon. And we like tarot. So just wait to see at the end of next week what I've got coming for you guys. Big, big surprise. And it'll be available to all people, whether you're international or US. It won't matter. You get it. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to do, is trying to make more available to everybody. And when I say these are affordable, check it out. $2, $3, $4 can get you something incredible. So, and you don't have to wait on shipping for some of it. All right, let's see. Who else is here? Hey, Pez. I don't know. The dogs have been acting weird lately, even on Michelle Walks. I saw her dog stopped and were acting weird, and she was like, what was that all about? And then my dog, Gretchen, acted weird all day yesterday, just going and barking at random locations and would not quit. Like for not like 5 or 10 minutes, but like 30 minutes, my dog barked rhythmically at nothing in the air. We were going like, what? And then there was a live that I tuned into on YouTube, and in the background, their dog was barking rhythmically the same way my dog did. It was so weird, Pez. Like a glitch in the Matrix. Hi, Jima, how are ya? Hi, Tribal. Oh. Tanya Owl sent us a gift, so that's how we're going to start this off. I'm just seeing if I missed anybody. I think I said hello to everybody that has posted. Good morning, Allie Beautiful. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I think I've got everybody that has talked. Hi, LC. Good morning. Pez is giving me the okay. All right, so I got to get y'all what Tawny Owl made me with her own hands. Now, anytime I get a gift, I am always so very appreciative and thankful because it's the energy that somebody has thought of you. They've embraced the idea that they want to make you feel a certain way and they're giving of themselves. And so I always admire that so much and cherish that. But when someone takes it a step further and they have to put a lot of time into making something, the whole feeling becomes really rich. And so thank you, Tawny, so very much. I want to show you guys what she made me. And then she sent me a little la la la, LOL, laugh out loud joke at the end, which I'm going to share with you guys. Okay, now hold on. We have lots and lots to talk about today. We're going to be talking about 4 different cases. And plus we have all kinds of updates about our channel because our channel is going to be changing in a massive way. So I ripped the box open. Now, I already unwrapped all this because I couldn't wait and I didn't know how long it'd be till I had an actual live that I could do this all on. I want to show you guys. Now, I live in Wisconsin and 6 months out of the year, it's cold and windy. And there's moments where you're like, why do I live here? I cannot believe it, but I can hear me blink because it's so cold out. The water in my eyes is like sheeting over and I have to blink and you can. That's how cold it can get. It's like, it's not Alaska or North Dakota, but it's cold. She handmade this. Now, she explained in a note to me, she's not a professional knitter. It's like one of her beginning projects. But remember how we're working on being very creative and transmitting our energy for growth? Is this not gorgeous? It's an eternity loop scarf. So, I'll be all warm and I'll have my luxurious scarf on. And all that love wrapped around me just warms my heart. Next. Oh no, she didn't stop there. Look, 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 look. This is, okay, now there's a difference. This keeps your neck warm and your chest warm. But this is an actual scarf. And this is how you wear it. You throw this over here and you wrap it around. And this covers you from freezing to death, right? So we have a scarf. And then, if I didn't want to wear those 2 colors, she got me this little, like, just wrap around, which I wouldn't wear them all at the same time. But I am for you to be silly. Okay? Is it not awesome? You don't know how soft these are. They're so warm and fuzzy. But you guys, hold on. We got to unbury for this because I don't want to get this product on any of this beautiful, beautiful, warm, soft, and fuzzy, handmade winter apparel. Thank you, Tawny. But here we go. Here we go. Tribal Gal. Did you send this to me or did Tawny Owl? I'm not sure, but one of you did. Look, 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 look. Anybody know what that's for? My chair. Tribal Gal. I think I've been saying Tawny Owl, but anyway, Tribal Gal. Thank you, thank you. This is so incredible. This is so you guys don't have to. Now, what's weird is the day before I went and got this, I switched out my chair for this camping chair. But I also began to tear the office apart. So I might tell you why in just a minute. All right, you guys. So that was a lot of fun. Thank you, Tribal Gal. Thank you. I appreciate it. And it just killed me when I saw the WD-40, you guys. Nobody at my house knew what was wrong with me because I sounded like Grandma Maurice when she used to laugh If something really struck her funny, she'd do a ha, you know. And I literally channeled my grandma Maurice. I was like, ha! Oh my God! Oh my golly! I know what that's for. It was Tribal Girl. But anyway, thank you, Tribal Girl, Tribal Gal. It overwhelmed me. I felt like a very loved, appreciated person, and it just reminds me every day there is something that you're going to take away and be like, I moved somebody and they moved me back. It was reciprocated. And that is what life is about. It isn't about this color. It isn't about the scarf. It's about the warmth she filled my heart with. It's about the laughter. It's about the overwhelming emotion of knowing that you either inspired someone to inspire someone, or what you gave, you got back in that love. And the time it would have taken to do this. And I must say, this is an incredible stitching you've done, that because I crochet like I have since I was 7. All right. This is a very good tension in this. Like, I mean to tell you, this is incredible. It is absolutely perfect. And it is great colors. This purposely is one of my very favorite colors. It's the color of my bike and my fan and part of my room, which is chiffon green. It's like a really cool color. And then the yellow stands, and that's abundance, right? Whether it's love, life, work, whatever. And this color happens to be a very beautiful color of love. It is actually the color of true love, unconditional love. And it also means new beginnings. And then we have the color white, which stands for purity of heart. So the mixture together was absolutely gorgeous. And thank you, Tribal Gal, so incredibly much for everything. And I hope you guys realize I've never used WD-40 in my life. So I might become expert at WD-40. I'll be like, oh, look, your bike, you want me to fix that? The kids will be like, no, Mom, don't touch the bike. I'll be like, oh, no. I've got the magic stuff. It's going to be all right. Let me put all this stuff in a nice, safe place because I want to keep it nice and clean. And then we're going to get into a little bit about chat, a little bit about how you're feeling. I'm going to ask a question, and then we're going to do your take on it, and I'm going to get your feedback. So I want you to think about this question really quick. All right. How do you know when a liar is telling the truth? How do you know when a liar is telling the truth? So you guys answer. I'm going to put this in a safe spot. So you're just going to see the curtain in the chair. And I shall be right back. So how do you guys feel? How their lips are moving? Oh, their lips are moving, Gma. Their lips are moving. That's when you know. Okay. Yeah. Honestly. Oh, when their mouths are closed, Allie says. Okay. So the problem is you don't. You never will know if a liar is telling you the truth. There you go, Tribal Gal. Tribal Gal says, can a liar really tell the truth? Can a liar really tell the truth? Absolutely. They choose not to. Hold on, I got a crick in my neck. Hold on. There. Marla says, touche. Right. So we know for a fact that in the Summer Wells case, the neighbor that lived across the street made a claim that she witnessed the child stepping out of the shower from her father, where she would have, at 5 years old as a female, shared the shower with her father, because this witness, meaning I saw it or I heard it, stepped out of a shower. But we know that's absolutely not even a possibility. Scientifically, not possible. Right there, we have a lie. That's a big lie because it's an accusation and it puts fuel onto a fire and points the direction of a nefarious behavior between the father and the daughter, that even if that is over here happening, if you didn't see it, then you don't say it. But she did say it. So then you have to look at it and go, what keys her up? Because she's a doll. JS is a doll, and she's got a winder in the back, right? And you can wind her up, and she'll talk till she falls asleep 20,000 hours a day, whatever. But at what point made her decide, I need to lie about seeing that incident? And now we have this story where she's coming out and she's implying that Baltimore, Andy B, was selling drugs to the children on 110 Ben Hell Road. Now, here's the thing. I do feel there is a connection between Summer's disappearance and Andy B. In my readings, in my belief, in what my study has been, oh yes. And even no matter to this day, I honestly, I've done how many reads? All right. But I almost believe, and I say almost because I'm like, my gut's leaning towards the truth being, where did those pills come from? Who was at the clinic all the time? Who had access to those pills? Huh? So is it more true, possibly, as JS would put it, maybe possibly, a possibility, that the actual supply was coming from a woman who has said out of her own mouth to the likes of, very close to, I would smother a child with disabilities. Where were all the pills coming from? I released the article that had to do with this clinic that got shut down and 32 indictments. And we saw light, Lawson, Lawson, light, Lawson. Well, isn't Jody all great with the lights? I mean, she's got some interesting friends, right? Wonder why they all like Jody. Was she, far be it from me to suggest that she might, perhaps, possibly, was taking full advantage to the medication available to her and turning a buck or two. And maybe since Andy was headed somewhere, he could drop it off for her. So if she barely knew about any of it, how does she have receipts? When you know to take a receipt, a screenshot, you know what you're doing. All right, let's see how you guys feel about that. Pez, yep. And who couldn't provide proof about her health? Anyone see that? I haven't. LC says some people lie to create drama. They enjoy the chaos drama creates. Marla says Marla Matthews says they're all related. Gma says, yep, that clinic. It was money laundering too. Louise agrees. Hi, Jeanette. How are you? From Scotland, UK. Welcome to our 1111 family. Oh, yeah, she does know what she's doing. Yeah, Tribal Gal says sandwich medicine. Interesting. I'm not saying that what she's not. Okay. So, am I negating or disagreeing with the fact that these children may have been sedated or were given drugs? I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying she's telling a half truth, because a narcissist will tell on themselves, but they will insert the blame on someone else. So the narcissist cheating husband will be him, okay? And this is the wife, right? Here he is. He's like, where have you been? Were you sleeping with someone? Were you? And she's like, I was getting milk and groceries, I swear. Guess who's cheating? Okay? Or it could be the wife doing that. A narcissist tattles. They can't help it. They have to, or they will explode. So they'll tell till they're blue in the face, but they'll always attach somebody else for the blame. They're always the shit stirrer, when really they're the one that stinks. They're the lie. And so I look at it from that perspective, from my feelings of what I picked up on the energy as she spoke. And the words that she spoke was, number one, oh my God, Andy B is getting attention. I need to discredit him immediately because I have a problem. He knows I have a prior connection in some way that could be incriminating. So right away, to protect myself, I'm going to lash out and I'm going to discredit him. I'm going to get in the chat and I'm going to throw the light onto all kinds of things that he's done in his past and this and this. I'm going to even make up stories about him that really I did. So an example would be, there was a woman that was best friends with this woman. They loved each other as like sisters, this one thought. But this one really was just after the husband. Okay? This one took the husband away, and this one went over here and was alone and did her life. Later, many years later, when this friend, ex-friend, enemy, who'd been with the husband, splits with him, he comes back to this one and starts telling her all this horrible stuff that he knows about that she did, but she didn't do any of it. This one had done all of that activity. It's a transfer of blame. It's a way to clear your guilt by speaking of it, but just like psychotically attaching somebody else's information to it so that it's out there and you don't have to carry it around anymore. Because now, as a psychopath, you're going to transfer the imaging of everything you did wrong onto your victim. And the best way to victimize someone is to humiliate them and change the perception by degrading their personality and their character and tearing them apart in a way that nobody knows the truth is the least you're going to get out of it. Is everybody's going to go, well, I don't know what to believe. And the best you're going to get out of it as the psychopath is, I now, if they do investigate this and they see this storyline starting to unfold, they're going to be looking at him, not me. So it's a transfer of blame on all levels. So what do you guys feel about that? Let's go back over to chat. LC said, yeah, some people lie to create drama. They enjoy the chaos drama creates. So true. Let me get caught up here. I don't know, Gma. I can't diagnose. I'm just explaining the possibilities that may perhaps be taking place so that we're critical thinking through some of this, because intuition is teamed up with logic, right? Hey, Muffin Top. So glad to see you. Yeah, Chima's right. It's a big giant cluster. Louise says, I feel so many are involved. No one is innocent there. Chima says, absolutely deflecting. The definition of deflection, she was up to no good in some way. I agree. That was Heather Whited. Michelle 6311, I'm glad JSB is dumb enough to keep herself in the spotlight giving new information. Lovely lady 422, welcome back, welcome home. Miss Danny, that's why this article you read is important. I was also always wondering if JSB really has that illness. Hi, Jeanette. How are you? Good to see you. That's true. Gma points out, Danny, yeah, the scent dogs hit on JSB even after she waded the creek. Truth. So, truth, Marla, truth, I agree. JS has inserted herself from day one to control the narrative. Now, what's interesting is I do find that you look at certain people that are trying to control the narrative, they do things like soon as you're getting close to something that could be revealed, they'll heat the kitchen up with some distraction that pulls you away and confuses you so as to not look over there, don't look over there. They'll also paint and I'm not kidding you, a monster, right? They'll paint a monster. Now, the JSB did that with Andy and with Dawn, okay? Dawn Wells. Think of it like if you're in the Stephen Avery case, Ken Kratz, the prosecutor, he literally used the word monster to the media before jury had even been selected because he was changing the perception. If you ever want to understand a classic situation of media manipulation, Ken Kratz was a professional at that job. He would take a complete, utter, unbelievable story that sounded so far-fetched because it was. I mean, he got a child convicted of murder when the child and the victim's DNA were never found at all together. The child's DNA, there is no evidence against the child, not a bit, not any. Brendan Dassey, zero evidence against Brendan Dassey, and he's sitting in prison. So when you look at Ken Kratz, which I've studied him, I've talked to him, I know him in a personality way. And then you look at JSB, and I'm like, holy mirror, Batman. So she has the same antics. She has, like, as soon as Andy was getting any attention, which means he is shaking her foundation, she got shook. So she got triggered. And she had to say, oh, yeah, keep talking. Now, remember, rewind things back. I said there was a live one time. It was like 3:00 in the morning, my time. I went on and Jody was like pissed off. She had her phone. She was talking to Andy through her camera live as if he was watching the live. She's like, go ahead. Go ahead. Go get your $500 and do a live. Because YouTubers had said they would give Andy $500 if he would come and do a live. And he said he was thinking about it, and she found out. But she began to bully. And she got on that live and she said, go ahead. I got my phone. I got receipts. I could go way back. Everything. And I mean everything. Quote unquote. Everything. I mean everything. Is right here. And I can just share it. Go ahead. And then all of a sudden that all got quiet and there was no live. Now recently, it came to my attention that Andy started his own YouTube channel but had not made a recording yet. That's got her triggered. Now she's worried. What is he going to talk about? What's going to come out of his mouth? And how will it affect her? And so she's going to what? Build a monster, which she's already laid the seeds down for. And I'm not saying he's not one. I'm just saying she's planted it. She's got it out there. Regardless of how we feel about him, she's laid the groundwork. He is a monster. Now she's starting to discredit him and she's trying to get the heat on him. I got receipts. He was doing this. He was doing that. Hi, Charlie C. Webb. DJ Strong says, hope everyone is doing well. Thank you, love. Louise says, Hunter is a big key. She will hang herself protecting her son. I'm sure he got stuff from his mother. Pez says, how have the cops not taken her phone? Amen. Pass the butter. Eyes wide open. Anyone here think how family is involved since everyone in the area is related? LE, CPS, judges, lawyers, doctors. How big did Dawn say it was? Gma says, I prefer to think of it as summer was the light in the darkness that shed light upon the dirty doings in that county. So next, we're going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to talk about the Dylan Rounds case. Everybody ready to make a little shift? So Dylan Rounds, if you have not heard, is a 19-year-old gentleman that was a farmer that is missing now for approximately about a month. He went missing on the 28th of May, which was the day after my birthday. Let me itch my foot. I've done 2 readings, which both of them left me with 2 different stories, but they may be overlapping in some ways. So we are going to have to do another read on Dylan to understand how the stories are coming together. It can take literally quite a long time for me to interpret what the story is and really understand it in detail. So doing 1 or 2 reads does not lock in. That's what happened because the cards don't change. But me understanding things deeper and how they're woven and how they're connected is much like an investigation. You first get an idea, but then you get deeper into it. You start seeing the relationships further and more information comes to light. And I can understand, like, at one point I might be like, this is just a random energy and this happened and then this happened. And then we hear about that person doing that in the news. And now I know who that energy is. Okay. So now as I do a read, I can understand that energy and who they are. So that's a little bit of the insight on that. Now, in the Dylan Rounds case, 5 miles from his home lived a gentleman that got searched, questioned, all that. And there was muzzle loading equipment, but there were no guns found in the home. So because it was not guns, even though this man was a felon and could not have guns, They couldn't give him a charge because no guns were found in the home, just muzzle loading type tools, like if you're going to reload whatever. Then the CH is reported to have gotten contact with the FBI, reporting that the same gentleman, after Dylan Rounds went missing, after the search of his home, then approaches this other person, CH, and says basically, and don't quote me, this is just not verbatim at all. This is just kind of like what he said. Hang on to these for me, for my own goodness, for my own safety here. Well, now you could look at this several different ways. You could be like, well, he had guns. He wasn't supposed to. He has nothing to do with the Dylan's case. But because the cops are snooping around, the legal beagles are snooping around, he's getting nervous and he doesn't want any weapons stored at his property. He'll claim them once the dust dies down. Or you could look at this as, whoa, that's very, very strange that he's one of the closest neighbors to Dylan, and he's worried about guns, and then Dylan's gun is missing. And then we have Dylan's seat pulled up. Intuitively, immediately, what comes to my mind isn't a small person driving the truck, but rather somebody reaching him back to claim a gun. Because that is most likely a good place that you would store a gun, is behind the seat, so that if you slammed your brakes on or something, the gun doesn't go flying all over the car, the vehicle, the truck. So could the seat have been moved up in order to retrieve the gun? And then you just pressure wash any type of DNA, because then you don't really care about wheel wells that you, like it could have been washed right there. It had rained, so the ground's already wet. I'm just saying that makes me wonder about a gun being retrieved. And was this that they took something from Dylan? They jumped him, and then they've got this gun. Hey, Linda Ross, good to see you, lovely. Nobody's ever late here. It's always divine timing. Hi, Sully, lovely. I've been waiting to see you, and I'm hoping to see Jenny too. I've got Allie, I've got Sully, and I'm waiting on Jenny because I got a huge announcement. But I'm discussing cases for now at the first part, and then we're going to get into family business on the channel and the updates on the channel and how things are going to be changing up and getting bigger and all kinds of stuff. Hi, Lady Tam Tam. Yes, do look in it. So that's that on the Dylan Rounds case. Now we're going to move into the Gabby Petito case. So as you probably know, laundries are headed for a trial. They did not succeed in getting the case dismissed that the Petitos have civilly filed. And so therefore, we get to find out a lot more details. And remember that last reading, it showed a win on the board. And so that was beautiful to see it come to fruition, like within a few days of the read, that there was so much information coming out. And indeed it did, because all of a sudden we get all this information. And if you think about it, the letter burn after read, I think we need a reading on that letter alone coming up. So a lot of true crime stuff for readings that I feel like we need to do. So I'm very excited and so happy for the Petito family to have this opportunity, because they deserve at least a small part of justice, even though, as far as I know, it's only going to be for $100,000, which is absolutely nothing, because no money really represents the life of your daughter at all, nor can it replace it in any way. But to air the dirty laundry once and for all, that, my friend, is worthy of justice and allowing the truth to come to the light. And so for that opportunity, apparently it is scheduled for August of 2023, pending more information. And that's from the courts, pending more information. So there could possibly be actual criminal charges now that the civil suit has gone through. And that means that there's an opening for actual legal action if that does occur. It's a wait and see. But I want to know what that letter was about burn after read. We're going to find out. So that is my sharing on that. Let's see how you guys are doing. Oh, I know. Gma says, question, why did the FBI return the letter to the laundries? Because the FBI let go of all evidence. So maybe they have it digital formatted. I don't know. Maybe there is no criminal charges pending. Marla's right. We just need a trial. Yep, that's what's happening. Yes, that is true. Chima points out that the attorneys for Petito, the attorney for the Petito family, did indeed read the letter. He alluded to not wanting to really talk about the letter much, simply because he doesn't want to quote it wrong. And he doesn't have it in front of him. And he's a lawyer. He wants to be verbatim. He wants to be very concise so that nothing comes out wrong. But he said it was to the effect of like putting a saw inside a cake if Brian went to prison. It was like that kind of thing. And then allegedly the reasoning for the burn after read was because of a movie title, and that this was written well before they even took the trip. Brian and Gabby took the trip. Why would you write your son that? It almost sounds, worse saying it that way, because it's like, what, you premeditated this crap? Help me out here. But aren't you incriminating yourself more? Yes, Tribal Gal, I was so close to her. Jenny Lake and Inspirational Point, all of this is right next to Spread Creek. And I had no idea. So to this day, I'm so happy with myself for really listening and tuning in to what the divine was giving me, because it sounded like a shot out in the dark. I was like, what is this inspirational peak? And what is a hidden waterfall? It sounded like a Disney movie. And I was like, this is insane. And then I remember when I first Googled it, and both came up at the same location, the inspirational peak and that hidden waterfall. And right then I was like, oh, this is the same location on Earth, the hidden waterfall and Inspiration Peak. And where is this? And I broadened out the map and I see Jenny Lake, and I'm overlooking it. And literally, if I was at Inspirational Peak, I would have been overlooking a little bit further. If I could have seen 20 miles, I would have been able to see Spread Creek if I was an eagle, And so that blew my mind completely. And it really strengthened my faith. And the more you believe, the more you have faith in your dreams, in your visions, in your gift, the stronger your faith becomes, the stronger your visions become. And that's what happened in the Gabby case. I had no doubt. I just kept going. But it is good to help. But I didn't take a breather. I didn't discern when I needed time off. And I kept going and going. And I went through so many cases that it just overwhelmed me. And I kept my toe in the water a little too long. Yes, Lady Tam Tam. The hidden waterfall. So it goes Jenny's Lake right here. And there's a ferry here. And then you come back a little bit. And here is the inspirational peak. But to get to the inspirational peak, you literally have to take the trail right past the hidden waterfall to get to inspirational peak. And that's where you're overlooking everything. And like I said, it would be about 20 miles that way. If I were to turn, it was like 21 miles actually to Spread Creek. So it was just absolutely confirming to me how right we were when it all came true, because they were like, how do you even know she's in that state? And I'm like, I don't. I'm just saying this is what I'm getting. They could be in Utah. And then when it came out that the family had landed in Wyoming, and that then it came out that that was shocking. And then I had this moment where the feds were on the news at Ginny Creek, and I was like, I think for that entire day, I didn't sit down once. Like I tried to, but I'd be like, oh my God, she's right there. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. You're so close. I was like, go, go, go. And then it came through with buffoons, and they had seen the white van. They had the Florida plate on camera. And I was like, oh my God, thank God for YouTube creators that do their job, that are just constantly filming and not afraid to come forward. They're like, here you are. Here's the sign of justice right here. Whole spoonful, and I watched the creators keep it in everybody was talking about it, and it became that moment. So if we get this trial, don't give up on Gabby yet. Don't give up. Because justice, the best we can get is for the truth to be revealed. That's what we want. We can't bring Gabby back, but we can shed that light on the DV, on what happened. And as you know, so much more is coming out. So much more. Hi, Big Dream. How are you, my love? Me either, Marla. I will never give up on Gabby. All right. Emily says, Bullhorn Betty was there in the courtroom. Yes, she is. See, that gives us courage. That's journalism. You have to remember, it's not a personality contest on YouTube. For us creators, there are some of us that try to do things with energy to give everybody a boost, to spread awareness. Then there are those that are like boots on the ground, like Betty, like Bullhorn Betty tends to be hands-on. And she's a true journalist because and even JLR, you may not like his personality. You may think he's not that cool. You may love him. It does not matter, because he is literally a journalist. He is reporting. He is going on the site. And we have to support the freedom of speech and the people that are authentically doing the legwork, regardless. Do we know? I don't want to encourage them to get in anybody's face or overstep the law. It should always be in a proper way. But do I commend them for doing the things that they do? Yes, I truly do. Regardless of why she's there, she's still doing the job of recording information. So I support a journalist regardless of how I personally feel about their personality or their reason. If they're doing a job, they're doing a service of getting information out there. I mean, there are some people I can't stand that have a channel. I'll be honest. Their personality just makes me want to like get the chalk out of their hand on the chalkboard, because I feel like they're grading it. But the information that they provide is imperative. So it's how I feel. Well, I won't support anybody that is supporting the laundries at all. I will not, whoever that be. Okay, so I want to talk about Harmony Montgomery. Harmony Montgomery would be 8 at this time. She was not reported missing for over 2.5 years by her father, Adam, and Kayla. And there have been firearm charges against stolen firearm charges indicted against Kayla, the stepmother. So what does that mean? And there's more action with Adam. Okay, let's see what you guys think of this. Pez, yes, Harmony, little princess, bless her. Okay, Emily, I got it. You can calm down, take a breather. I get it. Like I said, I'm not going to get into the semantics of it. I'm just saying I don't support somebody that supports the laundries. That's all I'll say. But I don't want you to get that heated over something because you're triggered. I just want you to take a breath with me and calm down. You are cool too. Emily, you are awesome. You rock. Hey, my Mannix, how are you? Okay, you guys, ready? Let's talk about how you feel about the firearm charges, the stolen firearm charges related to Kayla. Do you feel like there is why would the stepmother be charged with all these firearm charges? I thought she was homeless. Somebody want to brief me on that? Yes, stolen firearm charges. Oh, that's true, Tribal. I know, Merrimack, but I keep getting not Merrimack. I'm getting Montgomery. I keep getting this one little place with Harmony. Daddy threw me away like trash is all I always get. That just breaks my heart. And I know she was put in a container, sealed, and put in the fridge for a while. I know that. I know that within my being. I've known it since forever. So when the FBI brought that fridge out, that blew my mind. They did replace it. So that's got me, because it took months. Like I had been saying it for months. I'd even called in, but I doubt that had anything to do with it. But I called in, and within 2 weeks, not even, it was a week. They said that they got a tip from someone. I'm sure it was a family member, not me, but I did call in, and I talked to a detective's assistant for quite a while. That's on the case. So when I saw the FBI pull that fridge out, I was like, oh my God, that I just want them to find, where is Harmony? I want her brought to a place that she could be laid to rest properly for her mother and for Harmony's sake. Hi, Kathy Cannon from the UK. How are ya? How are ya? Okay, so Gmail says they picked her up for older charges from before she was picked up for the Harmony case. Okay, so these could be charges she already had. And that means they're using that as possible leverage to get her to talk, which is interesting because those firearm charges came right after the FBI gathered the fridge at Adam and Kayla's old apartment. They removed the fridge. They were there for the whole day, late until the evening, and even some into the night, I believe. Don't quote me. And they took a whole truckload of something away. And you could see like paneling or floorboarding laying against the building where they were prying stuff up. So it's interesting, like that all happens, and then boom, right after that occurs, the stepmom now is nailed with these old charges. Doesn't mean they found something, and so they no longer need Kayla. I don't know. It's still in the shadow of the new moon from yesterday, Sully. Hey, Canadian Cookie. I love your name, by the way. Interior Family Studios. Wow, I didn't get a notification, but did watch earlier read. So now what did I miss? Hello, 1111 family. Glad I am here. We are glad you are here too. Hi, Louise. How are you? They only lived there a few weeks. Yeah. Why is that? Dream big. Is it okay for me to ask a question? Absolutely. I'll try to catch it. Muffin Top says, welcome everyone. Please tap that like on your way in, share or subscribe, become a member, and ring that bell for notifications. Thank you so much to my beautiful Muffin Top and all my beautiful mods. I agree. Marla says, sounds like they are trying to put however much pressure the stepmom to break her. I agree. Things that make you go, I don't know, Muffin Top. I've never heard that. Isn't a relative living in that apartment? I don't know. That would be very interesting. Yes, I do readings. If you go to www.1111tarot or 1111moon.com, there's an actual personal reading section, and you can decide all the details and what you want to do, and it'll walk you right through how to connect to me. I don't offer readings, but if somebody asks me, I am available most of the time within a week. Hi, Anisa. How are you? If you're not nice, well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have to put you on ice. You can't threaten channel members. That's my 1111 family, and you can't tell people to watch their mouth, and you can't threaten them, or I will report you immediately to YouTube. I don't allow Discord within my chat. This is my family. I don't come in your house and act like an a-hole. Don't ever threaten my people again. They're gone, love. And if they make a new name, I'll report them again to YouTube. You're so welcome. Okay, so next is Oakley Carlson. Remember our little Oakley? Now I'm going to update you because we do have a lot of cases, and it gets hard with all our little missing kids to keep our faces straight. But Oakley was a little one where her sister was sleeping over at a friend's house, and the friend said that Oakley was no more. And when the little sister was asked about Oakley as to why she would say that, she replied that Oakley was sent away in the woods to be eaten by wolves. And so both parents were arrested for related drug charges, and their other children did test positive. One of them actually tested positive to actually ingesting methamphetamines. And then the other one tested possible contact to meth through their hair. And Oakley is still missing. And what's horrifying is her father is being released into the public, into society again. There are no charges against him for missing Oakley. The fact that you don't know where your kid is and you have custody, what? Interior Family says, already a subscriber and member 2 will need to fix a small issue with that, which will be taken care of today. Thanks, Muffin Top. I will do that now. Okay. Marla says, we have signs up everywhere There is no place they can go. Good. Interior's talking about notifications. What's your vision, Marla? Share with us. While we're waiting on that to come up, because there's a lag on YouTube, I want to talk a little bit about this whole idea of what these cases have in common. So Oakley's parents, biological parents, tested positive to meth, and the children did too. Oakley. Harmony's parents, absolutely, we know for a fact that drugs were being used in the home, including meth. And when they're homeless, that drugs are involved, meth. So 2 cases. We know drugs were at the Summer Wells home. And we know Donnie talked about meth all the time, according to Dudley, allegedly. Have y'all noticed in the last, 5 years, you can see how somebody that was caring for themselves, like you look at the Summer Wells pictures, it wasn't great, but at least the kids had bright, colorful clothes on. They were going on vacation. Summer had cute, beautiful hair that looked clean, decent. She had on matching clothing most of the time. Went to all of a sudden the last few years of her life where she's filthy. Her hair starts getting dyed different colors, being shaved all different ways. She doesn't even look like she's cared for. It's almost as if meth came into that home. That's what it feels like to me, because it feels like that's what changed that family. And I'm not saying that coke is a thing to take. I'm saying before meth, it was like these people could be in a suit, a business type, they could be a model, and they did this coke or whatever, cocaine or whatever, and you wouldn't know because they were able to maintain their, I don't know, they were able to maintain some physical mask or appearance. But it's like with meth, the person can't even hide it. It's like you can see, it's like they've got the zombie tattoo right on them. And I thought about that. And these kids testing positive, Harmony tested positive, or Harmony, I'm sure, would test positive. Oakley most likely tested positive. That's probably what killed both children, in my opinion, is they ingested it and died. And the parents were like, we're so effed. We've got to hide the bodies of the children, or we're going to prison the rest of our life because these kids OD'd on our own drugs. So you look at that, and then I look at that picture of the red Christmas dress in Summer, and I look at all her other pictures, and her pupils are absolutely huge. She's smiling like a Cheshire cat right up on top of that camera. And it looks to me like she is tweaking a lot. You don't see that in the other pictures with Summer. It is an unnatural, gleeful high. Now, I heard one time a rumor that hyperactive children were given meth by the drug-using parent because they couldn't afford to buy the Ritalin or couldn't get a prescription because of drug charges, and they would just self-medicate these little kids and didn't care they got addicted. Is it possible that the half-truth Jody is saying is that Summer was being medicated. And was it with meth? And did they once give her something that had been laced with fentanyl? Is it possible? Let's see what Marla has. Oh, I can't read that, lovely. Okay. Yeah, that's a trigger warning for even me. That gets a little too graphic. No, it is not the same. Meth is deadly. Deadly. And fentanyl is deadly. And you know what? Is it possible that that is why we're seeing a lot of these children missing? Now, Michael Vaughn's case, we have parents that used to use, admittedly used to use. How do we know it's a used to? How do we know that while mom's at work, that Michael didn't ingest something? Is that why all these kids are disappearing? Because if it was just simply an accident, you would see these children being found immediately and the accidents being reported. I'm just saying, is it basically all the cases the same? Are they all the same? Are they all, the parents are the user, the child gets overexposed and overdoses, the parents now know their mask will be off, their lives are ruined, they will never see their other children again, and so they consider it a casualty, release 5 blue balloons, and call it good on a 6th birthday because they know why that child is no more. They're in a world of the dark world, the underworld. They know drug dealers. They know people that'll get rid of a body for an ounce of whatever. Is that why we're seeing all these young ones going? Because meth is becoming more prevalent in the home. Think of the pandemic and all the horrific feeling it was of not knowing what to do. And then think of all the free money that got handed out to these people that were addicts. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Abundance of drugs by the drug users. And we know that in Kayla Montgomery's case, she was very fond of free money because she was collecting food share, food benefits, whatever they call it, long after Harmony got gone. Gma says drug and money in exchange for your soul. Yeah. Marla says they keep the kids for the money and the food stamps, the benefits. Oh, Lisa T, I'm so sorry, lovely. Oh my gosh, I feel you. Dream Big says that she wishes she could, oh, retracted message, so I won't put it. So my 19-year-old decides the other day, comes home from work. He's like, yeah, I'm playing Pokemon and I haven't played it since I was a kid. I said, good for your inner kid, you know? And he's like, yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I think I'm going to walk to the 20 miles away to the next town so that I can pick up all the Go-Man. Okay, we're working, trying to find Aiden Clune and Dylan, right? Dylan Rounds. My son's 19. I'm like, the hell you are? He's like, what? I said, safety reasons, absolutely not. I told him it's illegal to just walk on the highway. He's like, no, it's not. I'm like, it's illegal to hitchhike, and you could be mistaken for a hitchhiker. You stay off that road. What? Next day he gets up for breakfast. He's like, well, I guess I'm not going to take that long walk. I'm like, guess not. I'll drive you real slow. I mean, we can go 30 miles an hour. I'll get pulled over for going too slow, but you're not walking no 25 miles to another town in the middle of rural America and the cornfields. No, absolutely not. Trouble Gal says, I live in a crack-infested area, gunshots every day. Please pray I get another place on the waiting list. I do send you energy for that transfer to safety. Okay, you guys, I don't see that Jenny is going to make it with us today, so I need to get to the very important channel news. Okay? So for my Starlight trees, which are Allie, I love you, Allie, thank you. Jenny, who can't be here right now, but that will get an email explaining. And my beautiful Sully. All three of you are the main Starlight trees that financially support the membership part of our channel. And I want to greatly thank you. And nothing is going to change with your personal membership. Okay? Now, I accidentally one night deleted the $29.99 one. Which was where I taught tarot and a whole bunch of stuff. I accidentally clicked the wrong button and it went away. And I was like, okay, that must be meant to be, because I didn't even know I did it until 2 people contacted me and were like, what happened to my membership? And I'm like, what do you mean? And then I realized something I had done wrong. So I was like, that's really weird. But I do notice that I like to just generally share with members openly. And I also like it to go to the public too. So what I'm going to do in the future is I'll release it to members, but it's going to be a time release for members. And then eventually it's going to show up for the public as well, so that nobody misses their message overall. But the members will get it first. Now, we have 2 channels in one channel. And it can cause complications. So we have our True Crime Tarot family. They're diligent. They're about missing people, solving mysteries. You know, the Gabby Petito case, all that kind of true crime stuff. And they get notifications on stuff they don't want to work on at this time, which is all the spiritual stuff. Now, meanwhile, I've got people that are coming to me for spiritual guidance all the time. That's something I love to do, and I love both very much. But they're conflicting themselves on the algorithm because it's a yin and a yang. It's 2 different worlds. So I have meditated with the divine, and we are expanding, and we are splitting into 2 cells so you can be part of both worlds. What was known as the channel You Are With Me Now is now known as 1111 Moon. And this will continue to give us our 11 o'clock messages in the morning where we can gather and we can talk, and it will be nothing more than the chosen ones, the spiritual healers, the energy healers, those that are working on their divine soul path, working through the dark night of the soul and trying to shed the karmics, and invested in self-awareness as well as healing the planet and trying to connect to the energy of Gaia. And that family will have access to everything over on this channel, and we will go over there. Now, we're not monetized over there at this time. We have like 250 subscribers, so I will ask you guys to help get this up so that I can keep maintaining that energy, because financially, I do rely on my job, which is to be a healer of energy and a provider of information to pay my bills. So YouTube is my job. So I will ask you to support the channel. And another way you can support the channel is watching the videos all the way to the end. Costs you nothing. Subscribe over there if you would be so kind. I will put links to everything down below after I'm not live. And that is going to open our world to amazing things, because there will be no membership ever. once you're on that channel, you get to see everything the channel offers. I feel at this time that what we need over there basically is to just keep in tuning our energy to heal those that keep coming in and building up the light and the frequency that we share, because our energy is shared and it is healing so many people. I get emails all the time that tell me about the personal tragedies that people have dealt with that has caused so much pain and trauma in their life, and that they found us as an 1111 family, and that we healed them and we bring a sense of unity, a sense of home to their being. And I know that's true. So I know we are on the right path. But we are going to be 1111 Moon, and I will get you all connected over there. If I have to hold your hand and bring you there, you send me your email. If you're lost and can't find it, I will get you the link, okay? And you can still get to the 1111 Moon store that way too. Another great way to support our endeavor to heal the planet. Now, what happens over here is the members for now are going to stay the same. Everything is going to be spiritual over there. You're still going to get your full moon. You're still going to get your new moon. You're still going to get your personals if that's the tier you're on. Okay? So the memberships are still going to be that way. Eventually, I am going to switch it over to where you go to 1111 Moon if you want your free reading and you sign up for a subscription there, because YouTube takes half of everything the creators do, which means I work for half of my paycheck. Whereas if you go through 1111 Moon or PayPal or anything like that, that helps me out because, yeah, I lose 1 or 2%. Whoop-de-doo. And so I can charge a lot less for my personal readings because YouTube isn't charging an arm and a leg. Okay? So that's where we'll go to in the near future. In the meantime, what's happening to 1111 Tarot is we're going to dedicate this channel to, as the updates come, and you notice they come sporadic, so you'll want to stay subscribed, watch the community tab for us to throw flyers up there. I do go live on the spur of a moment and nobody knows. I'm told to do that when I could be cleaning my bathroom toilet and be told to scrub up and go get on a live because I have to do a read on someone, and I will. So anyway, we're going to keep this true crime over here going forward from today, July 1st forward. It's part of our new moon. Something new I wanted to do. And I really know for a fact, I have no doubt, those that are meant to be with me and meant to follow me and meant to have the guidance are going to jump over there. I know for a fact. And those that want to stay here and be part of the true crime can do that too. You can easily be both. We're still 1111 family because we're 1111 Tarot and we're 1111 Moon. But we are the yin and the yang to the balance. So you spiritually are over here taking care of yourself, your self needs, and promoting health. It is that self-healing love with 1111 Moon and those around you as well. Over here, this is more helping others, 1111 Tarot. We're trying to give guidance to others. We're trying to do the research. We're trying to figure out how to help others by getting the information out there, the faces out there, the energy flowing for everybody, and keep like Aiden Clune's name out there, Dylan Rounds, Summer Wells, Michael Vaughn, Oakley Carlson, Harmony Montgomery, Classic and Sincere. All these names, all these faces are going to disappear if creators don't keep talking about them, because nobody else does it but YouTube the way YouTube does it. And the creators, hats off to you guys. You're all incredible. Now, I'm ready for you guys. Be kind to me in comments, please. But I have to. I'm being guided to segregate so that the algorithm can figure out what we're doing so that other people know when to tune in. And they're not like, well, I'm going to unsubscribe because I don't want to do the weekly thing where you go in and you figure out your energy. I just want to know if it's about Summer and Dylan. And in that case, I'm going to unsubscribe. You feel me? And also, we've had it to where we're doing spiritual stuff and people start coming in. And even though we're off for summer, when they start throwing that up there and they're like making it about something when we're on a different topic, we all feel the same need to jump in and support them. So we pull away from the information that might be helping a mother of a child right now that needs that uplifting energy. So if we segregate it and we do the two different things, we have 1111 moon and we have 1111 tarot, we're going to find ourselves in a better balancing act, balance and justice, right? All right. Marla Matthews says, I love the idea for 2 channels. It's perfect. Great. Allie, I got your love. Good, good, good. Canadian Cookie says, subbed. Thank you, guys. My Manic says, I had lost the link, and then Pez got it for him. Thank you. Thank you, Muffin Top. We are always one family. We are the 1111 family. It's so perfect. It was like the divine gave it to me because I was feeling pulled in 2 ways, and I didn't know what to do. Now, it's like I have a breath of fresh air in my soul because I know that if I get a reading, that was the other thing. Readings were canceling each other. So I would already have uploaded for the day and it was going to be about a chakra. Maybe it was my root chakra, right? Down below, the root chakra, the red chakra, the foundational chakra. And it's so important. And I have the 7 series to go. And all of a sudden I'm getting a Dylan Rounds read. And it was like, what do I do now? It's going to confuse because I can only promote one according to YouTube on the same day. So, oh my gosh, it's going to help notifications come through because it's giving the matrix a clear signal, including even in like the little hashtags that go in. It'll be more designed to attract the appropriate energy, and it'll be a better match for all of us. I'm so excited. You guys are as excited as I am. I have even better news coming. Just one second. I want to see how everybody's doing. Heather said, so for now, our subscription for both channels. Yes. No, there is nothing to pay for over on 1111 Moon. There is no membership. You still keep your membership over here the same as you always did. On 1111 Tarot in the private part of Starlights, that is not changing for now. Months down the road, we might talk and adjust some things, but not at this time. Everything stays the same for Starlights. I'm simply talking about the public broadcast that I do if it's a spiritual message and it is just simply a general reading for the collective or a specific reading that has nothing to do with true crime is going to go over here on 1111 Moon. But if it is true crime related reading or a chit chat about true crime, we're going to keep it at 1111 Tarot. So we'll have our spiritual 1111 meetings and we'll have our true crime meetings. And I'm going to be part of both. I absolutely invite you to be part of both because I think we've dealt with that long time that there's so many of us that are both. But there are those of you that simply want the true crime part. And that's what we can give you with 1111 Tarot. On the public part, whereas Starlights keep everything they have, just like now, you're still getting your full moon reading, your new moon reading. You're still going to get your personal reading if every month, if that's what your tier is. So that's that. You'll still, if you're a Tree of Life, you're still going to get a letter from me randomly in the month, snail mailed right to your home with something that I've given to you as a message with that personal love and personally to you, because I do appreciate you so much. That's all intact. Starlights, we're good. We don't want to make 1,000 changes that gets everybody all confused. Starlights, you're all good. We're going to take True Crime Tarot, 1111 Tarot, and we're going to keep it right here. You guys just keep doing what you're doing. Keep showing up. Keep supporting like you always are. Make sure you're subscribed and all that good stuff. Check out 1111moon.com also. And then the rest of those that want both or simply just want the spiritual stuff, you get a new channel, and that's where our morning reads are going to go. And that's where our series are going to go. And this is the big surprise. Are you ready for this? Okay. It's going to be a mess over there, but here. See this wall? Okay. That is going to be our first project over on 1111 Moon. It's a huge wall, and we are painting the mural. We are painting a huge mural that is going to be the backdrop to the 1111 Moon. So when I do a live, you will no longer see the black curtain. It will be our mural. Now, when I say we are painting a mural, I am going to literally be online, live, streaming. So it could take me 3 hours. I might work on one day. Half the time I'll be in the camera. Half the time I won't. Sometimes I'll be painting. But I'm going to be broadcasting the actual painting of the mural. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's a whole wall. It's not just the top half. It's the bottom half. And that is going to be over us and behind us on 1111 Moon as our sign. You know, God gives us a sign. Well, we're about to have a sign. And it's going to say 1111 Moon on it somehow. But it's such a beautiful concept of how I want it to look. And the first thing we're going to start with is taping it off. So that's all beginning this week. So it won't be readings at all this week. You're basically just going to have this video live where I'm going to be talking to you guys. I'll be checking on chat some, and I'll be doing the mural as a recording of history as to how 1111 Moon's entire backdrop gets made. So that's our first thing we're going to be doing on the channel this coming week. Probably I'd say on Monday, we're going to start taping it off. So that's it's going to be kind of boring, but I just want to do it with everybody. And I feel like for those of you that do tune in for 5 minutes or just stop in on lunch break to say hi, it'll just be a little bit of putting the groundwork in to create our new channel together. And so if you want to throw your support online for me, because just watch a video all the way to the end. I'm so excited to do all this with you guys. So the first thing I've got to do this weekend is everything has to be moved to the opposite side of the room, and I've got to get a makeshift place to do a video. There won't be any readings this coming up week at all unless I'm guided to do it, right? But tentatively, I've planned 7 days, no readings, other than on 1111 Tarot. What's going to be happening on 1111 Moon this week is going to be just basically doing the mural. So unless I have, which I do know I want to do a Dylan Round read, and I want to understand, is Jody Sue lying? What is Jody Sue's deal here? Did pills really get given to Summer and the brothers? You know, there's also rumors about the older brother, I guess his name, I'm not going to say, but one of the oldest brother, there's rumors and whispers from Jody, incriminating and alleging that he did something nefarious to Summer. And that's why she suspects he was taken to Utah. So we do need to do a reading. So there'll probably be, I'd say 2 or 3 true crime readings, tarot readings, true crime tarot readings on this channel this week. You'll just have to kind of catch them when they come on. So work out the notification thing. You may have to unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then hit the bell if you're not getting notifications. At least that's what I've been told. Heather says, that's so awesome, Danny. I love this idea. I do too. I've been waiting to make sure it was right for us. And it is right for us. It gives us our space to be able to expand in a way to where we're not true crime over there. We're focused on healing, just our healing and rejuvenating so that we can come work on true crime. And as long as we are putting our own energy first to make sure that we're healed, we're doing the inner work, we're going to be so much stronger to do the 1111 Tarot. It says in the commercials, Danny gets more money if you can torture yourself enough. Don't even worry about it, because our goal is to be making enough from 1111 moon as to literally not even have to worry about monetization someday. Wouldn't that be wonderful to be commercial free, right? To just be making a living through my own products and be able to come to YouTube and not have to worry about what some advertisers willing to pay me to slide in their commercial. Yeah, right, Marla? I have to pay YouTube not to watch them. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. Okay. So, a friend of mine online, my 1111 family member, contacted me, asked me to have a phone call with her. So I did. And she was brilliant. She was like, Danny, you've got that store. Why don't you paint some pictures and put them out there for sale? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can paint them online with you guys. And that'd be another way for me to make sure that I'm being able to pay my bills. Because we all got to pay our bill, is to put my artwork out there at the 1111 store and see if somebody would like to purchase it. So that is something we'll be doing with 1111 moon. Okay. Aw, thank you, Marla. Thank you. She says, I love that idea too, Mama D. Okay, now I got to get to a little bit of clearing the table. So this is for those of you will know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't know exactly what I am talking about, then I just want you to go ahead and tune out. I love you very, very much. If you're confused at all by this conversation that I'm about to have, it has nothing to do with you. This is going to be a family moment that I'm going to address something that needs to be heard by those that are being affected. So for months now, I have known about certain individuals that used to be very much aligned, I believed, with 1111 Tarot and me and all my 1111 family. I thought they were wonderful. I thought they were going to be really good for our channel. But I started getting emails about these individuals. Emails of the story, the person, and they were random, different people that did not know each other. They would say they were up all night tending to this person that was part of our channel. I'd even made one of them or two of them a mod at one time. They had to stay up all night with this person, to pray for this person, to help them because they were being spiritually attacked. They began to tell me of horror stories of how these people they're bullying this person that's emailing. They now are stalking this person and telling them that if they do this ultimatum, then this will happen, and triggering these people. And these people started contacting me for help, how to get away from this other person's energy. And so my recommendation was to follow your gut. Don't let anyone bully you. If somebody says you can't be part of my channel, if you are part of that person's channel, they are narcissistically trying to control you. That is wrong. That is not of light and love. I have never, nor would I ever contact someone in any way and tell you what to do with your time. I don't get on here to preach how you should behave with others or if you should have contact with others. It is not my business, first of all. Second of all, this person has a couple friends and they've continually spread lies about how I'm evil, I'm wicked, I'm of dark art, that I bring shadow work and try to get people involved in witchcraft, that if you do participate in my channel, that you will be psychically and spiritually attacked, that I work with the dark arts. What fruit does the tree bear? In the name of Jesus Christ and all that's holy, blessed be his name. I am of divine light. I have no interest nor no fear in any darkness whatsoever. I rebuke all negative energy. I obviously only interact with you through the starlights and through this. There's not an email out there that is improper to the same etiquette that I show online. Because I am me thoroughly, whether you've emailed me. Very few can say they've ever spoke to me on the phone other than a private reading. And I might be direct and I might be firm with you. And there has happened 1 or 2 private readings where this person had to hear their own words back and I was firm in it, but it was very loving and very kind. And they know it. And they loved me and they thanked me and they paid me. So there's never been a time when I've sought you out to try to get you to find me. I've never been like, hey, I want you to contact me for a private reading. No. And I do prayer. And this person also said that I steal things from them through their energy, and that's why they're being psychic. All their problems started when they started watching my channel. Liar. That is an absolute lie, and the bullying has to stop. An ancient technique of ringing a singing bowl that is over 1,000 years old, you do it and then you try to tell people that I'm stealing your energy every time I do that? What a load of crap. And you darn sure knew who you are. And everybody else is seeing you just like Jody Sue. Because we know who the drama queens are. We know who steals the energy that keeps people on the phone all the time. I'm not the one on the phone, I assure you. I'm extremely protective of my energy, and y'all all know that to be true. I am here as me, as a child of God, the utmost high creator. The only thing I'm spreading is light and love and truth. So you can quit bad-mouthing me, or I literally am going to get a lawyer. I've already talked to one for free, and he said, I absolutely have the receipts to prove the slander, and it can be taken to civil court. And I'm not above doing it. I let it slide once with another group called Foul Play over there, which I've never held them accountable for stealing everything and turning their back on me and treating me like garbage. But I'm done holding my tongue. And from now on, if you step on my little ducky paddles, I'm going to call your name out. And you're going to be held accountable for the bad things you do, because the light's going to come to the table. And when you sabotage somebody that's done nothing but try to help others, you need to be shouted out. And that goes for you too, Zoe. You know what you did. So it's absolutely pathetic. So I think we need to be real careful to discern who brings what to the table. When this person or another person has energy connection to you and you walk away from them, what do you feel? Do you feel secure? Do you feel loved? Do you feel cherished? Do you feel like you belong? Do you feel elated? Do you feel like you've connected to the utmost high creator and that you've had your spiritual thirst quenched? Because if you aren't getting that, click off. And that goes with me too. If I don't bring you spiritual healing from the deepest part of you through my frequency, click off. Because that's what my method is, my practice is to bring the frequency of light and love to this planet and truth and reveal the truth and the light of it. And when we get little creators that think that they are somehow being held back by somebody else's success, and then they get wicked in their behavior, they need an alignment readjustment right there, and I'm giving it to you. And I gave you time to apologize. I gave you time to do what's right. But you didn't. In fact, I got another call from another individual that had never heard of anybody else. And again, they thought they were crazy. They didn't even know how to tell me that this person is secretly talking to people on their telephones. They don't even know how to get off the phone with this person. And they are absolutely traumatized by this person telling them so many lies, scaring them, telling them that evil spirits exist around me. And isn't that what they do to religious icons and spiritual icons that are doing creative things? Isn't that what Satan does? They persecuted Jesus Christ himself because he said he was the Son of God. He told no lie. And they called him blasphemy, and they crucified him out of fear, out of lies. And I am not Jesus, even though he is my Savior, and I esteem to be like him, and I try my best. I am absolutely human. I still swear. I still do things, human things. I'm dumb at times. I trip on my own feet trying to go up the stairs. But my intent is always my intent is to try to grab that moment, seize it, and do the best for all around me and myself included, myself too. So, if you feel the need to intimidate others in order to get attention, and this goes for JSB, and this goes for Crystal, and this goes for Natalie, and this goes for Ramira, and this goes for all the people effing over here up. I have had enough. My lawyer already told me that I can retain him for $1,500. For $1,500, I will make sure that my name is cleared if you do not stop. I would consider desisting, or whatever he said, cease and desist. That's what he said. He said, you tell them online publicly that they will cease and desist this horrible slander, because yes, people have sent me the screenshots. They've also recorded your voice. And we have your number off their phone. And the lawyer said, I have a case that's cut and dry. I need $1,500 to retain him. So you make up your mind. You give me a public apology and you come clean. And you do it for your soul. Do it for being truthful. Don't do it because I'm having to make you be honest. Do it because you know the truth and you are lying and you know it. So yeah, Mama D ain't playing with no more little gangsters that come on and scare people to the point people can't sleep. And they got to sit up with you all night while you steal their energy and be an energy vampire and act like you're a healer because you can ring a bowl and prey on people's energy. That is despicable. Again, that's a Jody Sue. Get over yourself. And really, why are people having to prey on you? If you're spiritually healed and protected, you know doggone well nothing's spiritually attacking you. And you're putting fear in people that they're spiritually being attacked. And you know what people believe is what comes true. They start thinking they're being spiritually attacked. They will be, because they weaken their faith and they don't think God can protect them. And you're instilling fear in their sacral chakra, in their root chakra. And that is not good. And I've not done one thing bad to you, not one thing. When I found out the three of you were grouping up against people, and I was getting these random emails of how they had to stay up all night with you and pray for you and be with you to the point they were exhausted and couldn't even go to work because they were so scared for your health, I realized I was dealing with an energy vampire, and I simply deleted and blocked you on every level. That's been months ago, and I'm still getting calls randomly from people saying that you're tearing their life up and they don't even know what to do. Is there a police to call? Is there somebody on YouTube they can contact because you're stalking them? Save it. It's over. Gig up. Deflected back at you. The truth has just been served on a cold platter. That's what I protected you from for so long, because I thought you would be immature enough to give up, to just quit being naughty, quit being mean to people, quit acting like this. Because I thought there was some part of you that was truly spiritual and would be concerned how God viewed you when you put your head on your pillow. But apparently, you're that truly delusional. And it has me pissed off to the absolute max. I told you, I'm not afraid to be authentically angry. I will never, ever address this again. I will tell you, Archangel Michael had to force me to stand up for myself. That one reading, I thought it was for other people, and I had to edit it, and I have to watch it back. And I'm like, oh my God, this person is letting this person steal their words because they aren't using their swords to talk about it. And Archangel Michael is telling me, stand up for yourself. Put the light on the darkness so that nobody else can be abused. Nobody else can be bullied, because bullying is not allowed. What is bullying? Ultimatums. That's a bully. Now, I'm tired of getting random human beings that are good people that have trauma being your victim because you prey on them. As soon as you hear there's any type of insecurity, or this person has had any type of trauma related to darkness, you were preying on them and telling them that you're helping them. But these are the people coming to me, begging me to somehow get you out of their energy when I've already cut ties with you. Don't fall prey to people that give you ultimatums. You have the right to be a subscriber of any channel you want. You can do whatever you want in your life. You are writing the book of your life. Don't let nobody tell you what to do either with your life or with your body. I love you all, and I will defend my family. I am done idly thinking that I don't have to protect myself, because Archangel Michael told me, you are a free will. If you defend yourself, I will take action on your name. So I called a lawyer, and I was surprised. He said, that's a slander suit and a half, cut and dry. You got the receipts? I showed it to him. He's like, yeah, you can retain me, $1,500. And I'm like, you know what? If it keeps up, I sure will. All right. I love you guys. I truly do. I'm excited to get into a better energy. Let's do a little prayer. I had to release that negative energy because it was really upsetting me. The last call I got was 2 days ago, and this woman was an elderly woman. She was absolutely a beautiful light, very, very simply honest. And her fear level of this stalker I'm talking about was unreal. It shocked me. And she's like, and if this person's doing it to me, how many more are they doing this to? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, but you're not the first. I promise. There's so many more. And she's like, well, can you do something? I don't know how to help. Well, now I do. So. All right, you guys, I love you big time. I want to go ahead and get a little prayer on this. We're just simply gonna pray in the name of Jesus Christ, our Savior, that all of this is cleared up, that we are restored to a healing frequency, that you go away light and lifted. I'm going to get rid of all the negative energy through the bell ringing. And then we're taking our channels, our 1111 channels, to a whole new level. So the first time that I will be broadcasting on 1111 Moon, where it's going to be a reading, I feel will be probably the 8th of July. Don't hold me to it, but that's the intent, unless I'm guided to do otherwise. Otherwise, what you're going to see over on that channel is just random times where I feel like letting you watch me build this mural, and you get to see and guess, and feel free to make all kinds of guesses and everything what I am painting as we go through the mural. It's probably going to take us a whole week to paint. Once the mural's done, that's when the readings will start happening over there. On all our 11 o'clock readings that we do will be switched over there. So this week there will be no 11 readings in the morning at 11 o'clock. I'm just saying because I want to be able to get this prepared, do the mural, and do the switch over for everybody. All right, my beautiful, I love you. I truly do. I send you all beautiful in your soul, in your spirit, your mind, your body. And with that, let's go ahead and close this out with a prayer. I thank you and I love you to the moon and back. God bless you all. And release. And now we're going to breathe in. We're going to hold it for 6. And we're going to release for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was loud. Archangels, ascended masters, ancestors for our highest good. Clear our energy from our root chakra, through our sacral, through our solar, through our heart, throat, third eye, and crown chakra. Clear our chakras straight through. Bring us to the light, the vibration of how much our wonderful 1111 family's energy heals one another, whether just simply in chat or they have each other, we have each other to talk to, just to share something. We strengthen each other with actual unconditional love and light. The frequency of truth shall follow us throughout our entire day, and blessings of abundance, of love and light gather for us. I thank you for the beautiful blessings all. Amen. In the name of Jesus, amen. Oh, that was a lot of talking, like I could feel it. I thank you guys so very much. Love you to the moon and back. I will see you very soon over on 1111 Moon and on 1111 Tarot.